Alright, so this is the second part in the fire alarm review series. So, for devices today, I've got my Gentex SHG 24 HWR. And this is new in box, as a matter of fact, which you're not finding a lot of these SHGs new in box. Now, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Well, I'm going to open this up now, so... And the camera's out of focus, so let's give it a moment. Maybe I'll bring the light over. I'm filming this on the iPhone, so... Let's see. Let's just open it. So, here's the device itself. There it is. The SHG. And if you get this new in box, it comes with screws and some plugs for the holes. As you can see, there's a hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there, and you know the jiffy. So, what makes this SHG so special? Well, this is a first generation SHG. And first generation because, see, SHG 24HW. One says HWR, but this one says HW. It would probably be something like HWW if this was a white version, but no matter. There's the I guess that's a UL sticker, and you can see. Yep. And now this is a first generation SHG, and how I know that is because one, see real closely, usually with the second generation SHGs, there's usually a reflector on this part and a reflector down here, and also the strobe as well in some models. But this SHG has no reflector at all, so this is a very early model SHG. And as a matter of fact, it was made in 1993. Hey, that rhymes. Coincidence. So I'm going to take off the back pen real quick. And yes, we are going to be testing out this device. I'm not going to put it on, this SHG is also first generation because it has a compatibility to do March time. So, and here's the back. So, let me show you the back. So, here's the back. You'll see the date code. So, 1593. Here's the components, bunch of resistors, transistors, all that good stuff. I think that's a capacitor, but yeah. And there's the screw terminals, and there's are the jumpers. So, J3 jumper is what changes it from continuous and march time. So right now it's on continuous, which I'm just going to leave them as they are, and I'm going to set this on continuous. This is also on 2-wire operation, which I'm going to leave it as it is because I'm just going to pair it. I'm just going to wire it up with these simple batteries over here. And yeah, J1, J2 control whether it's a 2-wire device or a 4-wire device. Right now it's 2 wires. If both of J1 and J2 are in, it is 2-wire. If you take those out, it is 4 wires. So just want to point that out. And also, if you get the second generation SHG, well, it only does code 3 and continuous. And it sounds like a Commander 3, which, if you heard the second generation SHG before, you would know what I mean. So, I'm going to close this up. These SHGs are very rare, maybe even more rare if they came new in box, which I was lucky enough to even get this new in box. Mind the haters, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, you get the hornless version. I'm sorry, the hornless version. The strobeless version. The hornless version would be a GX90. GXS. The GX90 is a remote horn. The GXS is a remote strobe. The GX90 sounds like a smoke detector. And the remote horn version of this would be called the HG, which would be right there. Come on, camera. HG12.4, right. I apologize. You can see it. It's the one up above. And, yep. So, trying to think of anything else to say. What do you think? What else about this device is there? I think. So I know it's the first generation. I told you how you can find out if this is the first generation or not. Usually there'll be a reflector up here and a reflector down here if it's a second generation, and then there's, like I said, there's a model where it's all covered and such. Of course, the first generation SHGs are much older. This is from 1993. I believe the second generation SHGs came around like 1995 or 96. Definitely 97 and throughout. So if you get one of those devices from probably before 1994 or by 1994, if you have one of those kinds of SHGs, might have a first generation. And I know there's a 1992 SHG. I'm really trying to think if there's anything else to say. Like I said, it didn't come with any hole pluggers where you can just plug in the holes. So, I guess that's it. So all that is left is to power up this device. So I'm going to jump up straight to that testing. So now we are back, and the SHG has batteries, which means it's ready to be tested, and you can hear the fan that's whirring. So you can kind of see that I've only wired in those. It's set a 2-wire operation, continuous, and this is what it sounds like. So here we go. Oops, that was bad. Let me fix it. You know what? I'll just set it. Why not? Here we go. Just need to wire this up. So plug this in. Set at 27 volts. So here we go. It's pretty loud, honestly, so yeah. It's about 75 decibels at, more than 75 decibels possibly at 10 feet, so it's pretty darn loud, so. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review of the first generation Gentex SHG, model number SHG-12HW, so. Now, would I recommend this alarm? I would, if you find one. These alarms are very rare, even if they're new in box, even if they're not new in box, or if they are new in box, these are pretty rare. The second generation SHG is not as rare, but to me they're starting to get a little bit more rare, so keep that in mind. And again, the Gentex SHG, the second generation sounds more like a Commander 3. This one is a little different. Sounds a little, I don't know. This one actually sounds a bit higher pitched than some of the SHGs that some people own. So, yeah. And again, this one does March time as well. So, that's another thing about the first generation. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.